The boss of the UFC, President Dana White, is with me right now. So Conor was late to the press conference. Nurmagomedov was a bit perturbed. What do you make of it? It's just a press conference, but these kind of things matter in the fight game. In your estimation, how much will it matter Saturday night?
Yeah, I disagree. I don't think it does. If you really look at what happened in New York, I think that Conor McGregor absolutely got in his head, got in his manager's head, rattled and shook them all in New York. And I thought today was the perfect counterpunch by Khabib. Khabib went out there at 3 o'clock, said, I'm a professional, I'm here to answer questions, and then I'm going to leave. I thought it was played out perfectly by Khabib. It was a little awkward and a little weird for us to run the press conference today, but you have to remember, these are all mind games that are leading up into tomorrow. Both guys have to cut weight tonight, and the real stare down is tomorrow at the weigh-ins.
When we talk about, cutting weight, how important is that in a fight of this magnitude? Because so much noise has been made. Conor, he's been out of the game for a while, hasn't fought there in almost in about 2 years or so. Is he going to make the weight? Is he going to be ready? He looks pretty ready to me. But your thoughts about the importance of just that whole weight issue that these guys have to deal with prior to this fight?
Yeah, that's why I'm so comfortable right now with everything that's going on. It's really calm, and everything's going pretty normal this week. Both guys are on weight, and I think they're both going to have good cuts. It's very important in the fight to have a good cut the night before for your strength, your stamina, your peace of mind, everything. And I loved how Khabib played that today, too. Listen, I'm here. This is my obligation. I'm here. I'm doing what I have to do. Now I'm going to go handle my business and cut weight. I'm not letting this guy hold me up. I'm not waiting on him, and I'm not playing these mind games with him. I thought it was played very well.
Dana White, put this in perspective, how big this fight is, because obviously you're going to have the UFC fans there from all over the place. They will be there. But, I mean, you got somebody like me, Dana White, that called you months ago to let you know I would be there. I can't miss this. This is that big. Put into perspective where this fight ranks amongst the fights that you've overseen throughout your career with the UFC.
Yeah, those are one of the many gauges and telling how big a fight is. When you have all these people that normally don't go to fights and don't call you looking for tickets, start doing it, that's one. But the numbers that are coming in right now are off the charts for this fight. I'll give you one example. We do this thing called UFC Embedded online on YouTube. And Mayweather versus McGregor, the first one that we put out, the first episode, did 800,000 views in 24 hours. The first one for this fight did 1.7 million. I mean, the numbers are, all the numbers that are trending right now for us are so much bigger than Mayweather-McGregor. So I don't know exactly what it means for pay-per-view, but it definitely doesn't suck.
Folks see you. They know you're fond of a lot of your fighters, if not all of them. This situation with Conor McGregor, we know that he's about to fight this man who is 26-0 and clearly is coming to the octagon Saturday night with very bad intentions. How concerned are you, and how concerned should everyone be about Conor McGregor, considering the fact that he's been away for a couple of years and this is the fight that he's taking on in his first fight back in the UFC since Floyd Money Mayweather?
It's the reason he's such a huge superstar. It's the reason people love him. He's the kind of fighter that gets fight fans excited. He takes a 2-year layoff and comes right out of the 2 years after the biggest, nastiest, baddest dude in the world right now. Undefeated. Khabib is 26-0, which is almost impossible to do in this sport, right? But even more importantly, he's never lost a round. So this is a massive fight for Conor McGregor. And if Khabib wins this fight on Saturday, he's one of the greatest of all time. If Conor wins this fight on Saturday, Conor is the biggest superstar in all of sports.
You were explaining why Khabib Nurmagomedov is so potent at 26-0, having not lost a round, with folks worried sick about Conor McGregor's well-being. What makes this guy, Khabib Nurmagomedov, so special?
Yeah, when he gets you down, even great wrestlers have been pinned underneath him and get smashed. They can't get back to their feet. He takes them down at will, and even his striking. There's guys that are great strikers that he's actually outstruck. The other thing that's crazy about him is normally when he comes back to his corner, he talks to me. When he wanted to fight Conor McGregor, he's like, after this, I'm going to smash your boy. I'm going to beat your boy after this and all this stuff. And I'm telling him, hey, let's get through this fight right now. This is while he's fighting. So this guy's very calm, cool, and relaxed in there. He's an absolute beast. It is impossible to go 26-0 in the UFC.
All right, well, give it to me straight, Dana White. How worried are you about your quote-unquote boy, Conor McGregor, since that's who Khabib called you? He said that's your guy. How worried are you about Conor McGregor in this particular fight?
This is the reason that this fight is so big, and the reason that people are so fired up about this fight. It's two of the best in the world in their prime, fighting when they should be fighting. So anything can happen in this fight. If it stays on its feet, Conor McGregor can absolutely knock Khabib out. If Khabib gets him down on the ground, pins him against the fence, and gets on top of him, maybe Conor doesn't get back up. Anything can happen in this fight. Two of the best in the world. That's what makes it so exciting.
You see this going the whole 5 rounds?
I don't see this going 5 rounds. And I think that it's whoever plays their game. If Conor can keep this fight standing, I absolutely favor Conor. If Khabib has no problem taking him down to the ground and putting him where he wants to, it's hard to bet against Khabib.